Hi everybody, happy Wednesday. It's DrivenFitness Erica here. It is around noontime and I just realized that I've been at work since 5:40 this morning and it was really cold and now it's warm, so I'm just going to take the sweatshirt off. I'm waiting to see if anybody's going to join us on Facebook Live right now. I did not announce that I was going to be on Facebook Live, but I've been really slacking on my Facebook Live posts lately, so I thought I would just pop on because I have time right now and I have some stuff I've been thinking about, so I decided to hop on and get back into my Facebook Live sessions on a regular basis. Hi Brandy, you should be proud of me because I'm doing a Facebook Live post. Brandy's always like, I haven't seen you do one lately, get with it lady. Hi Linda. So feel free to ask me if you don't see me doing a Facebook Live again in a while, like give me a little poke, because sometimes I just push it off because I'm really busy doing other stuff, but I know that people enjoy getting these Facebook Lives. And hi Canyon Cam. So definitely encourage me to keep doing these Facebook Lives on a regular basis, and if you ever have something you want me to talk about or address with motivation or health and fitness, then definitely please shoot that over to me, so I always have new topics. So today I wanted to talk about the 3 challenges that you'll face most likely along your health and fitness journey. And I've just been hearing a lot about these particular challenges lately. Hey Mike, and so I thought I would talk about it because if it's affecting one person, it's probably affecting many people out there. And these challenges, it doesn't really matter whether you're an athlete, if you're just a casual exerciser, like you go to a boot camp or a spin class on a regular basis. Throughout your journey as a healthy and fit person, you are going to face some hurdles along the way that can be challenging. So, number 1 for the top 3 that I have been seeing lately, or even that I've experienced in the past as an active person, is boredom. So I see this a lot, like with either brand new exercisers or with people who take on a new hobby and it's like the best hobby ever at first, right? So someone starts running and all of a sudden they really enjoy running and they decide they're going to do 5Ks, and then they decide they're going to do 10Ks. And then they're going to do a half marathon, and then they do 5 half marathons in a year. All of a sudden, by year 2, maybe it takes longer, maybe it takes less, they come up to me and they're like, God, I don't want to run anymore. You know, I'm tired. I don't want to get up and run in the rain. I don't want to get up in the crack of dawn or before dawn and run anymore. And I just don't understand. Like, I loved running, I loved racing, and now I've done these 4 races and I just don't feel like running anymore. And that can be with any activity. With brand new exercisers, particularly people who have never been active before, I find this challenge a lot and I have to rein them in a lot. So someone who is like brand new to exercise, they start coming to my cross training classes and they love them, and all of a sudden we're seeing them 7 days a week, sometimes 2 times a day, and it's hard to tell someone you need to just take it down a notch, but the problem is that after time you just get bored. I think it's human nature, right? So don't feel bad if you hit that spot. Don't feel confused or frustrated. Just know that throughout time, as you get more fit, as you are fit and active for a longer period of time, most likely you're going to get bored with what you're doing. I think in human nature, we like variety. We like to be challenged. We like to try new things. And so it's very natural and understandable to know that you're going to probably feel some boredom in whatever activity it is that you've decided to take up. So what I usually tell my clients and friends, and even what I try to do for myself, is to add some variety to the schedule. So if you are someone who's a very schedule-oriented person and you go to the same classes every week, or you go run the same trail every week, you know, mix it up. Try a different schedule. Sometimes even just a different time of day will help. Try a different location. Try joining a new group or changing up the friends who you go with. If you always do, a long hike, maybe try short intervals where you're picking somewhere with just a hill and you're doing it over and over. Same thing with running or cycling. So just adding small changes to your schedule can sometimes break that boredom. Other times you just got to take a break totally. And this is what I feel myself when I'm done with my training season or race season, whether it's triathlon or cycling, or the friends who I have who really are very regimented in their schedule. Like if you have a schedule for training in your sport and you are just super, super regimented about it like I am, like I don't miss a workout unless there's some really good reason. I don't really move things around. I do it as my schedule says. By the end of your 3 months or 6 months of training, you're probably going to need to change. You're going to be feeling a little boredom. You're probably going to feel some burnout. So sometimes you just got to take a break altogether. Hey, Camille. So for people who are athletes and you have like a training season, then that boredom is totally expected at the end when you're tired, you're sore, you've been working really hard. So that's when I say, you know what, just put the bike away, put the running shoes away, go do some yoga for a while, take some salsa classes or do something outside if you're an indoor athlete. Do something totally different. Wake up each morning and think, I wonder what activity I want to do today. I want to paddleboard. Okay, do that. All of those things will help bring you back to your original love, hopefully if it's a sport, or take you back to your original activity if it's like a class that you enjoy doing. So the number one challenge was boredom. Expect it and know that there are ways that you can change it. If anyone has ever experienced any of this stuff that I'm talking about out there, please let me know and I will pick up any of your comments, except that Facebook has changed their Facebook Live and now I see something that says Mike is watching. Bring them on camera. Oh, I can see you now if I hit add. Does anybody else know about this? I don't know. You'll see viewers here when they join. Tap any viewer to interact. Oh, wow. So I could click on Brandy and then I can maybe see her. I don't know. They're changing stuff all the time in Facebook Live. Okay. So let me know if you're still on. Give me a little shout out or a thumbs up so I can see. All right. Second challenge for active people throughout your journey, your fitness journey, is setbacks. So this one happens a lot. Again, it's happened to myself. It's happened. Oh, I got a thumbs up. Awesome. Okay, people can still see me. Setbacks. So whether that is an injury maybe to yourself, maybe you have kids who all of a sudden are playing team sports in school and you don't have time to work out. Maybe your parents become ill and you have to become a caregiver. That's another thing that is going to have to be expected the longer you're an active person, right? If 5 years, 10 years, stuff changes and crap happens. That's just the way life is. So know that you are going to go through setbacks. And many, many times I see a lot of frustration from people because, especially if they're very routine-oriented people, like all of a sudden they can't come to the 6 a.m. class that they have been coming to for years. And it can be very stressful. It can be very unsettling for people. But just know that it's going to happen. Like stuff's going to happen and you have to maintain some flexibility as an active person to make it through those times in life. And there's sometimes, like I have clients who really have to take care of sick family members for a long time, and I all of a sudden don't see them for months at a time. And you know what? That's fine. So when you're experiencing those setbacks during your active life, whether it's injuries or illness or anything like that, just give yourself permission to let it go, right? So you know what? You might not all of a sudden get to work out 5 days a week. You might not even get to work out 1 day a week sometimes. Or maybe you've been injured and you can't work out at all. Like, give yourself permission to go through that time and just say, you know what? I'm gonna do what I can do on each given day. And that's all that I can do. And maybe it doesn't look like what it used to look like. Maybe your activity is now only walking your dog because that's all you have time for. It's okay. You started from step one at one point in your life, and you can restart from step one again in another point of your life. So know that if setbacks happen, you will eventually get back on track. That, challenge will pass, hopefully. your injury will heal, whatever it is, and then you can start over again. Hopefully you'll be stronger. You'll have, new insight, be a little bit wiser about how you tackle your fitness life, and maybe you've learned some more skills about flexibility. So setbacks, even though they can be frustrating, they are going to happen. Like exercise goes like this: up and then down, and then up and then down. And what we want is like a straight line, or a straight line like this through life, but that's just not the way it works. Linda says injury and recovery time can't be rushed, which is so true. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges for active people, is just learning to take it down a notch and realize that you cannot rush the body. And if you do try to rush the body, a lot of times you'll end up worse off, right? So my second challenge that people usually experience in their fitness journey is or some type of setback. And by the way, setbacks, when you have your setbacks, this is when your fitness family and your accountability partners can really become valuable to you, but like in a whole different way. So instead of being there to say, like, oh, you're late for your spin class, or we missed you on the hike, or whatever, that group can like wrap their arms around you and give you lots of love, and you can know that they'll be there for you during that time and also when you get back. So having that supportive community that you've created, your fitness family, it can be there for you for the good times, but it also can be really, really valuable, even maybe more valuable in the hard times. The last challenge that I find that people face during their health and fitness journey is that it's kind of like a combo, is that it never feels like it's getting any easier. Hey, Julie. So two things. It never feels like it's getting any easier, and they're comparing themselves to everybody else. So I hear this all the time in classes. They're like, God, I've been doing these push-ups for a year and it just never feels easier. I've been trying to make my running faster and it just never feels any easier. Is it ever going to get any easier? And my answer is no. It is not going to ever get any easier. And that's because you as an individual will just inherently start to push yourself without even realizing it. So, like the weights might start to feel light, so you'll up your weight. Or in your push-ups, you're going to be going low or taking your face closer to the ground, or you're going to move onto your toes, or you're naturally just going to start running at a faster pace. So you are progressing, but you don't even realize that you are putting, harder, you're trying harder without even realizing it. And so internally, it's still going to feel difficult. Now, if you're, say, like running and you started running at a 12-minute pace and that felt like you were going to die. Well, maybe 6 months down the line, you still feel like you're going to die, but all of a sudden you look at your watch and you're running at a 9-minute per mile pace. So you have to look at those progressions and see how you're improving to know sometimes that you're getting better, even though it still feels hard. Like when trainers work out, when athletes work out, we still feel like we're going to die. We might just be doing something that's more difficult than a beginner. The other reason that I feel like people get frustrated in that, like, it feels hard as they continue along their journey is that they're comparing themselves to other people around them. So they might go into a class or a race or a practice and go like, gosh, why can't I do what Susie Q next to me does? Like, I'm younger, or I'm fitter, or I'm this, or I'm that, but I can't do it. Well, you know what? You need to stop worrying about what Susie Q is doing, and you need to worry about what you're doing. Because that comparison stuff is what takes that self-confidence and just like shoots it right into the gutter. So, use other people as motivation and inspiration, but know that your body is a very individual thing, and how it's constructed, how your muscles are put together, what kind of muscle fibers you have, how good your heart and lungs work together, how many red blood cells you have. All that stuff affects what you're good at and what you're not good at. Your gender, your age, yes, your weight, your body fat percentage. So look at people and use them as a loose inspiration, but don't use it as an end-all be-all, and measure your total success as a human being or a fitness person or whatever on how well you compare to whatever someone's doing next to you. And I get that one a lot. And you don't know what someone's past is. Maybe they were an athlete, or maybe they were injured and they aren't as good as you and other things. So, you know, you have to take that battle internally. And, you know, as you get more and more experienced as a fitness person, or you have an active lifestyle, you're going to start surrounding yourself with more people who, some are better than you, some are worse than you. And that's where the internal growth happens, and that's where the internal work happens, is learning to be happy with yourself and using others as, you know, an inspiration without putting them on a pedestal. So those are the 3 things that I see most commonly as challenges when people have been active for a while, and when they come and see me because they have some frustration. It's they're either bored, they've had some kind of setback, or they either feel like nothing is getting easier, or that they just aren't like living up to either the goals that they've placed on themselves, or comparing themselves to other people. So just know that those are all things that are probably coming at some point. Think about it ahead of time, strategize, and know that it's all natural and it's okay. And figure out in advance how you're going to get yourself over those hurdles so that you continue to live a healthy, fit, and active lifestyle, and that most importantly, that you're happy. All right? All right, so this was just a real quickie on Facebook Live, just a few minutes. Oh, everyone's logging in now. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Julie. So we are just finishing up talking about the 3 challenges that you will face as an active person. So I'm going to log off soon, but definitely go back and watch it. I'll upload it right away. And like I said, I've been super flaky with these on a regular basis lately. So if you have any topics that you want to discuss, then go ahead and email them over to me, or reply to this video, or Instagram me, or whatever. Use social media however you want to give me those ideas, and I will try to hop back on as soon as possible. All right, have a great day, guys, and we will see you soon. Bye.